Hi guys, it's time for reading today. We're going to read about Keisha and her paycheck, and then we'll fill out our storyboard. All right, let's get started. Share my screen with you. Okay, so chapter 4 is called What Happened to My Paycheck? So if you can remember and think back, Keisha got a job working where? A retirement home, very good. And she was working with who? Yeah, she was working with some older people who lived at the retirement home. Did she have a job coach? Yeah, she did. And the job coach helped her through some challenges that she was facing at her job. Now, what happens when you have a job? What do you earn? You earn a paycheck. So Keisha earns a paycheck, and we're going to find out what happens to it, okay? Keisha gets paid today. She worked 24 hours. She earns $10 an hour. She should get a paycheck for $240. She did the math. Figure that out. She did 24 hours times $10 an hour equals $240. Keisha wants to save $200 for her goal, but something is wrong. Her paycheck is only $190.61. What happened to Keisha's paycheck? Some of the money goes to the government. It is for taxes and benefits. People pay tax to the government. It is used to get things done. Okay, so what happened to Keisha's paycheck? Yeah, the taxes got taken out of her paycheck. Where did those taxes go? To the government. Very good. Keisha's mother looks at her paycheck. It showed the hours she worked. The paycheck shows her how much she earned. It lists the taxes for federal and state. So if we look at this paycheck, we see her earnings, how many hours, how much she gets paid per hour, her total amount. And then look over here. This shows what is being taken out of her paycheck for taxes. And then this is the total amount that she earns. Taxes pay for many things. Taxes pay for roads, police, and schools. We all pay a tax while we work. We get some money back many years later. We pay a tax to help pay doctors to help older people. Okay, so we pay a tax that's going to help older people who need extra support. Keisha does not like to pay taxes, but she is glad they pay for things she uses. She uses schools and roads. So do you think it's important that we pay taxes? Yeah, we need to have those taxes so that we can pay for schools and roads. Keisha opens a savings account. She puts most of her paycheck in it. Keisha is working towards her goal. Who can remember it's the same story, just a little bit more details. The story I read on Monday. Where else does your money and the taxes go? What's another thing that helps support? The military. Yes, and also police officers and firefighters. Those are important things too that they help pay for. Okay, so we want to remember those things too. All right, that's the end of our story. Let's go ahead and fill out our storyboard. All right, so the main idea, what is this story mostly about? When we have trouble thinking about what could this story be about, what do we like to do? We like to go back and read the title, huh? Chapter 4 is called What Happened to My Paycheck? So what is this story mostly about? It's about Keisha and what? Her paycheck. Very good. So Keisha is learning about what happens to her paycheck during this story, isn't she? Yeah. So could we write, Keisha learns what happens to her paycheck? I think that's a great idea. Okay. So in the beginning, what happens in the story? Let's look at the beginning of our story. Keisha thinks she's going to get $240. Does she get $240? No, she doesn't. She gets $190.61. And she's upset because that's not the money she thought she was going to get, is it? So should we write about that? Yeah. So could we say, in the beginning, Keisha gets her paycheck from her job and is less money than she was planning for. Is that what happened? Yeah, it was a way less money. Well, not way less, but it was quite a bit less money than she was thinking she'd get. Okay? Then what happens in the middle of the story? Some of the money goes, she figures out that the money goes to pay taxes, and taxes go to the government. Her mom explains that they pay for roads, police, and schools. Military. So she kind of is learning where her taxes go, right? It also helps pay for older people who need doctors. Okay, so could we say that Keisha learns where her tax money goes? Yeah, so I said, then Keisha's mom explains to her where tax money from her paycheck goes. Okay, so she learns that it goes to the government who pays for police, firefighters, roads, schools, military, and it also helps older people who need a little extra support from doctors. Okay? What happens at the end of the story? What does Keisha do? She goes to the bank. And why did she go to the bank? She wanted to open a savings account, huh? Why would she open a savings account? What is that going to help her do? Reach her goal, right? And her goal is that she's going to be able to get an apartment after she graduates from high school. So she is putting money away towards her goal. So could we say at the end, Keisha goes to the bank and opens a savings account so she can work towards her goal? Cool. Good summary, guys. All right, our last question is, what is it important to know? So what's important to know about our story? What did we learn from that story? Did we learn about savings accounts? Not really. We know that Keisha started one, but we didn't really learn about that. Did we learn about paychecks? Yeah. What about paychecks specifically? We learned about taxes, right? And how they were taking out, what they do when they're taken out of your paycheck. So do you think that's important for us to know for when we have a job? Yeah, we need to understand that when we get a job, if we get a paycheck, most likely there's going to be money taken out for taxes. Okay, so my sentence is, taxes are taken out of our paycheck to help pay for important things. Okay, so are taxes a good thing or a bad thing? They're a good thing. They pay for things that are important to us, that we need in our society. Okay, all right, guys, great job with reading this week. Go ahead and fill out the comprehension questions after watching this story. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.